Hi everyone, I'm Jenny Lee. In case you don't know, and this is your first time coming to my YouTube page, but I just got accepted into the Amazon Influencer Program. So I am super excited, and I just wanted to share the fact that I got accepted. So now I'll actually have a link and a page for you guys to go to and see the things that I like. And for those of you, this is your first time coming to my YouTube, you'll see I don't have a lot of followers right now. So you probably don't know me, and you're probably wondering, well, why would I want to go see the kind of stuff that you buy on Amazon? Well, I'll tell you why. Exactly because you don't know me. Exactly because I'm just like you. I am just your everyday gal living here in rural America in Ohio, doing what I can to live my best life. So my suggestions will be my suggestions, what I actually use, what I actually like, things that I think are a good value, a good price. Occasionally, I do recommend more expensive things because I like them too. But for the most part, I try to keep things affordable. I mean, that's what I use at home. I don't go using $100 foundations at home. I don't go using $200 moisturizers at home. And I'm 44, and I think that I look pretty good for my age. So I think that my suggestions would be something that people would be interested in, and I hope that you guys are interested in them. So to start, for my first video as part of the Amazon Influencer Program, I am doing a get ready with me, and I'm kind of showing you my everyday makeup looks that I use currently, at least now during the winter. And then everything that I use except for maybe the tools, like I didn't suggest or put any of like my brushes or my eyelash curlers down, but I've got all the makeup that I'm gonna use to get this look today will be on my Amazon page. So you guys can go check it out if you would like to. And like I said, for the most part, most of it will be pretty affordable. I've got the eyeliner, the foundation, the primer, the eyeshadow, the blush, the highlighter, and the lips that I've got. So let's see how this first video goes, and then in about a month I will film another video, and that will be letting you know, letting you guys all know how I'm doing on the Amazon Influencer Program. Like, am I actually making money? How am I marketing it? All that kind of stuff, because literally I just got the acceptance letter last night, so it just happened last night. So I'm pretty excited. I'm excited that the few followers that I have to start with here on YouTube will be following me on this journey, and I'm so glad that I can also share it. So I can share my ups, my downs, what works, what doesn't with you guys, because now that we're going into 2021, we need to look for the opportunities in everything, especially with things moving more online. Even like, I'm a nurse practitioner, and now there's so many more jobs that you could do in telehealth, online, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just looking for the opportunities and everything, and I'm really glad that I get to share it with you. I have some more projects coming up in 2021 that I can't wait to share with you as well. So stay tuned to see what products I use to get this look, and check the description box in the bottom below the video so that you can get the links to my new Amazon store. Yay! Okay, now I'm ready to start the look. Here I am with no makeup on and all ready. So we'll start with how I prime my skin. Of course, I've already washed it, moisturized it. I'm not gonna put all those products in here for today's video, just the makeup. But I do prime, usually, especially during the winter, with the Smashbox primer oil. And I like this one because it's moisturizing, so that I don't get really dry in the winter, especially with me being 44 years old. I get really dry in the winter if I don't use a primer oil before my foundation. So I'm gonna put this on, and then I'll be back for the next step. Okay, now to the next step. The next step that I would do is then I would do the Baby Soft Primer from Maybelline. It's affordable and it really smooths out my skin, helps with the wrinkles and the pores. So I'm gonna apply it and then I'll come back to what my next step is. Okay, so now I have that primer on. And if you think I'm done priming, well, not exactly. Because again, it's winter time and I'm a little bit older, so I do a lot to make sure that my skin doesn't get really dry and flaky in the winter. So then the next step is I'm gonna use my beauty blender to apply my foundation, okay? So here it is, and I'll have it listed on there too. But the foundation that I'm gonna use is a little thick for the winter. I wouldn't always use this foundation, but I do when I'm like filming or something, so I'm gonna use it today. So to keep it from being as thick and getting super cakey, especially where my wrinkles and stuff is, then I also take the Rose Gold Elixir by, how do you say that, Farsali, I think. And I take that and I put that actually on my beauty blender. I know this was the craze a few years ago, but I don't see anybody still doing it. I don't always do it. Let's just say that. I only do it in the winter time or when I'm really dry. Maybe I'm having to take my makeup off several times a day or something. Then I would start using it. But in the summertime, it is too much and I would get oily. So, but this is what I would do, just shake it up and then mix it. And then, as you can see, look, there's actual little gold flecks in there. And then I just put that right here in my beauty blender, see? Like I said, I do remember this use. I know I probably need to wash my beauty blender too, but that's okay. We're gonna leave it as it is for now. It was a craze there for a while over Instagram and everything, but I don't see it anymore. But I still use it, like I said, only in the winter time. Okay, so then I get that ready for the foundation, and then I'm gonna give that just a second to sit in. And in the meantime, I'm now gonna do my under eyes. Now for my under eyes, I like a slightly pigmented color corrector. Of course it has to be light because there's really dark orange ones that some people use. I know in the videos, I'm too pale. It will shine through my foundation unless I have like a super, super thick cakey one. So those don't work for me. But my favorite is the NYX. And this is light pale. And then for the Amazon link, it will actually be the one that has all the different colors in it so that everybody can have a shade. I couldn't find like the little pots in all the shades for one store. So I listed one that would have all the shades so that everybody can get it. You can mix them, and I think it even has like the green and stuff in it because it's still the same thing, but then that way it will fit all skin tones. But this is it's kind of light. Like if you're seeing it from this distance, you probably can't really even tell that it has a little bit of a pink tone to it, but it does. So it helps with under eye circles. So then I would just use my beauty blender and put that under my circles and even right through here. So I'm going to do that now, and then I'll be back and show you. Okay, now I have the color correcting concealer on. See? Do you guys see how much better my circles already look? And even the wrinkles through here, and it's not deep dark orange showing through. So that's why I really like this one. It's like just the right amount of creaminess and coverage without being too much. So next step is going to be my foundation. And for today's foundation, because this is one that I like for every day, is the Milani Conceal Imperfect. This shade that I'm using is light beige. I really like this because it's a full coverage. Like if I didn't have time to do the color corrector or put a lighter color over it, all that, this is pretty good coverage just to do every day. So I really like it, and again, it's super affordable. So I'm just going to put some on my hand and then start applying it, and then I'll be back for the next step. Okay, now I have the foundation on, and Sandy probably just wanted to eat it. Wanted to be in the camera too, so I'm putting her in here. So here's my little girl. but I got it on. It's a little darker than what I would like. I thought I'd grab the lighter one, but we're gonna make it work. I think once I put the powder on, it'll be okay because it's still the same product as I would have used if I used the lighter one. And let's let Sandy move away here. Now I'll move on to the next step of the face part, which would be the face powder. And again, since I'm gonna be filming, I really want some good coverage. So I am going to be using the Estee Lauder. This is Double Wear powder makeup. So I think it would be considered a foundation. I know Sandy's still in here trying to get into my makeup. I think it's still considered a foundation powder. So again, you may not want all this coverage. You may just want to do like a translucent powder over this, or you may just want to do just the primer oil and the powder, which is what I use a lot. And this is what I used in the other video that I filmed last. But this is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and then I'll be right back again. Okay, so now I have the powder on. So you can see how much more coverage I have now, especially like if I'm gonna be filming or something. And see the fact that it's a little darker, you really can't tell with the lighting and everything. So now it worked out. So then my very next step would be, I do my eyebrows. I don't know, it just helps me shape my face better. So that's what I do. And for today's eyebrows, I'm using Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brown. And the shade I'm using is Blonde. So I'm gonna put this on, and then I'll be right back. Boom. Eyebrows, all done. I like that particular eyebrow pen because it's more natural than some of the other ones you will often see me using in my videos. I'll use the darker ones a lot of times in videos just because they show up more, but in person they look a little wild sometimes on me. So if I'm going around town or working or anything, I won't always wear those really dark ones. I would wear something like this. So that's why I thought I would use this one today. So then the next step that I would do is the NYX white crayon. And I would gonna put this in the corners and on my lower inner lid. So right in there. I guess it wouldn't be lid. My lower, I guess it's a lid. Yeah, my lower lid right down there. And that will make my eyes look bigger and brighter. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now I got the white on. And as you can see, I went ahead and I put it all over the lower lid, upper lower lid, to make my lid collar pop a little bit more. So that's where we're at now. So then the next step that I would do is I'm going to apply my inner collar and my highlight color, my brow bone highlight color. And for that, I am going to be using a palette by NYX, another one. This is the Ultimate Palette in Smoky and Highlight. And I'm going to mix two shades to get the color that I want. So I'm going to mix these two right here, and then that'll go right up here and right up here. See, just like so. See, it's hard for me to do it without a mirror, but that's to give you an example. So I'm gonna put that on, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now I have the highlight color on. As you can see, it's not much of a difference, but it will show up a little bit more when the rest of it's on, and it helps set that white that I use. So I still do it, even though it's not much of a difference. So that's that, but I do like it. So the next step that I go for would be my upper lower lid, right? This would be my upper lower lid. You know, this is only what, my 4th or 5th time filming this, so you guys can feel free to correct me in the comments on what I took on this part of my eye. But anyway, for that, I am going to use a color by Essence, and it's a Metal Shock, and it is the color Second to Mars. And it will also be down there, and I'm just gonna put it right here, just on this, I guess I call it the lower lid, the lower lid right here, and then I'll be back to show you what that looks like. Boom. That's on. I cannot wait to have a ring light. So I'm doing the best I can with lighting right now, guys. My ring light broke, but this is that color. It's actually super pretty in person. It's like a shimmery, metallic looking I guess like a rose gold looking color. So that's on. Okay, now for the next step, a crease color. And I'm gonna go back to the NYX palette that I used earlier, this one, the smoky and highlight one. And I'm going to use this, it's like a goldish looking shade, like a dark burnt gold shade. And I'm gonna go right here in the crease. And then I'll be back to show you what that looks like. I'm not gonna show you guys all the details on how I put it on because that would make this video way too long. But if you wanna know how I do something, again, just leave a comment and I can always do a video on just how I do that. So let me put this on, I'll be right back. And this is what that looks like. And actually when you mix it with the Essence Metal Shock, I guess that would be more like a liquid powder eyeshadow, it actually looks purple, kind of purpley in person. It's not so gold. So it's really pretty, really pretty. And of course we'll blend all this out once I get it all on. But for the next step, I'm gonna even deepen the corners here and going back to that handy dandy NYX, I can do everything with it. So back to this NYX one again. And now I'm going to use this dark matte purple right here. I don't know that it's looking so purpley with the lighting. Even though it's not even super purpley in person, but it is a purple. But I'm gonna do this one right here in the corners. And then I'll be back to show you what that looks like. And this is that. Okay, see, it's pretty. It's like a little bit deeper, but not like too deep, too dark. So now to blend it all out, so I'm just taking a big blender brush. I don't even, oh, this is actually a Morphe. But I'm taking just a regular Morphe brush and I'm gonna blend it all out. And then I'll be back to show you the eyeliner. Okay, now for the eyeliner. It's all blended as you can see. See? And then it'll start looking even better once I get the eyeliner and everything. But I love this eyeliner. I will say it's not the longest lasting eyeliner. It does, if I'm working like a 10 or 12 hour shift or something, it doesn't tend to last all day, but it has two colors in one. And if you guys ever follow me on any social media, you would know I love like the two color winged eyeliner look. So then I have two, like, so if I'm traveling, I can just take this one and I can already do the look that I like. And then you guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about until you actually see it. But I will like do a wing liner with this purple that also happens to match my hair, but with this purple, and then line it with the black so that you can still see it really good, you know, in videos or pictures or whatever, because I've noticed if I do just this purple, then if I was to take a picture far away like this, you wouldn't be able to see it. And I'm pretty pale, so this purple should show up, but I don't know, it doesn't in pictures very well. So then I line it with the black and it's super cool because then I can travel with it. So that's why I really like this. And again, it's pretty affordable. And I have a really cool one that I got in Europe that isn't by NYX, because this is an NYX one. It costs a little bit more, but it's the same way. It doesn't last all day either. But this one here that I'm gonna be putting on is NYX Midnight Chaos, the Black Mysticalism. Okay? So I'm gonna put that on because you guys definitely don't wanna watch me take, you know, 10 minutes to try to line my eyes. And then I'll be back and show you how cool it looks. And then everyone's gonna want this after you see, or you'll want something like this after you see this amazing, I don't even know what the superb eyeliner job that I'm gonna have going on here in just a minute, okay? So you guys, it'll be like, well, 1 second for you, but it's gonna be like 10 minutes for me. That's my favorite part about the look, so I hope you guys like it. And like I said, I really like that eyeliner because I love to travel and I can take it anywhere and do all kinds of fun, crazy looks and it be really portable. So I like, it's just like I said, and it wouldn't be good for like if I'm going somewhere where there's water rides or anything, because it also, the water would wash it off really easy, but it's still really cool for like traveling, for looks, for photography, or you know, you could wear it to work if you're not working a 10 or 12 hour shift like I have done in the past with this eyeliner on. So now for the next step, I do my highlighter. So for the highlighter that I use the most often, it is the one by Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Aura palette. I like this one because I am extremely pale, and this one has a lot of light shades. If I don't use light shades and it doesn't look like a highlighter, excuse me, it ends up just making me look shiny. And when you're 44 years old and you're shiny, you look oily and greasy on photographs or a video or anything. So I don't want to look shiny. So I have to have it a little bit lighter. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting this on, but I'm going to show you guys how I do it and which shade, well, not the whole thing, but which shades I'm going to use, because yes, it will be shades. But I'm going to use this white, and I'm actually going to use a little bit of the purple, because we've got a lot of purple in the eyeshadow and stuff, purple in my hair and purple in the eyeliner, and I think it would be really cool. So we're using a little bit of Luna and a little bit of Spectra, and I'll be mixing the two, and I'll be putting highlighter here, highlighter here. I even put some on my lips, and then that's all I put the highlighter on. But I'm gonna go ahead and put those highlighters on, and then I'll be back to show you how that amazing look looks like. Now the highlighter's on. Can you see it? See, it's not a real sparkly, shimmery highlighter. I mean, it could be. If I piled it on there, it could be. Let's just say that. But I like how it's just like that subtle little bit of highlight, but it's enough for me, because when it's too subtle, then I don't like it. I know I'm not saying subtle right, and I don't care. But if it's too subtle, I don't like it either. So I do like this one, even though it looks more subtle on the camera than what it does in person. In person, it is a little bit more brighter and lighter than what you can see. So now that I've got my highlighter on, now I'm going to move on to my blush. And for the blush, I have another NYX product, and this is an NYX blush, and this shade is Pinched, or PB25. So here it is, there it is, woo! So it's just a basic matte, well, I guess got a little bit sparkly in there, but a kind of a shimmery, but it doesn't really look shimmery to me, more looks more matte, but a matte kind of a shimmering basic pink. And that's what I want for today's look. I've got, you know, the purple going on and a lot of eye stuff, so I don't want to go too crazy with the blush. So we're just going to do like a basic pink, and I'm just going to kind of put it on my cheeks and work it on up. And I actually, how I do my blush, I actually kind of use it as a contour. So it'll go here and then kind of up here. And then that saves me a step of having the contour, especially since I am a little bit older. I like to contour to make my cheekbones look higher, blah, blah, blah. So this helps with that without having the contour. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be back to show you what that looks like. Okay, now the blush is on. You see, again, this isn't a super bright looking blush. It's a little bit more colorful in person. The lighting kind of, you know, tones it down a little bit, but that's good. I don't, you know, 44, I don't want to be on camera looking like a clown, so I do want mine a little bit toned down on the camera. But it's enough that it does give me that little bit of contour in case you can't tell. So every little bit helps, right? I mean, I do what I can. So now to the lip part. Now for my lips, I will always use like a long-lasting lip color, lip stain, or something along that nature that's long-lasting. And it's a little bit more drying, but I always use that in the beginning of the day. And then I'll put on top of that a gloss or something more moisturizing so that I don't get all chapped and dried out from the long-lasting lipstick, because usually they are pretty drying. And I can get a little bit more creative in the shades that I want to do. So usually the first color, the long-lasting color, or the lip stain, I do something a little bit more natural to like fill in my lips. And like I said, just for when the gloss or whatever wears off, I still have something to shape my lips. So today, what I'm going to use is another one by Wet n Wild, and this is the Liquid Catsuit Mega Last, and this one is the Nudie Patootie. I don't know if Laura Lee had anything to do with this, but I know she came out with the Nudie Patootie palette, so I have to look that up. If I find out that she did, I will leave it in the description below. But now I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, and I'll show you what this looks like. And then for the last part of my face, except for the mascara, because I think that all I have left after the lips is the mascara. But the last part of the lips, it's a pretty fun fact about the lip gloss that I chose. So let me put this on, then I'll come back and tell you that fun, exciting story. I know what you're thinking. Wow, I can't hardly even see your lips now. They like kind of blend in with your face. Yeah, they kind of do, but that's okay. In person, it doesn't look as silly. And secondly, this isn't how I'm gonna leave them. This would just be, this is kind of to, I guess you would say this is my way of outlining my lips, but it's to shape them. Because some of the borders of my lips, I don't know, they just kind of blend in. So this kind of helps me shape them. And so when my gloss or the second color that we're gonna put on wears off, I at least have something, because this one will be long lasting, okay? So, now to the exciting fun fact about the gloss that I'm gonna use to top this. This is I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Kiko color, K-I-K-O, okay? I found this lip gloss in Amsterdam. I think it was Amsterdam, definitely Europe, but I'm pretty sure Amsterdam, in a drugstore. I mean, I guess it was like a drugstore, kind of like a Walmart or something. And it was an affordable line. You know, it was, I don't know, I think it would have been equal to maybe around $7 American dollars, maybe 12. I don't think it was any more than that. But I loved it. I love it. I love the colors that they had. Like, look, this color's like a super sparkly pink. Like, you can't see. See, there you go. See how sparkly that is? Super sparkly pink, and I love it. And then when I got the Amazon store, I was just hoping that I could find this, and they do. They have this on Amazon. So that's good. I have several of these. Because like I said, they weren't like super expensive, like, you know, a lot of the makeup stores obviously in Europe. So I was pretty excited to get some European makeup, which I really honestly, I don't think it is a European makeup though. Again, maybe I'll look into that and put that in the description box. I'm guessing it's probably just not one maybe in my area that I've ever seen, and they probably sold it there, because I mean, everything's in English. So I don't know. But it's exciting for me because we don't have it anywhere, at least in Ohio, or even anywhere that I've seen when I travel in the United States. So maybe it's a Canadian color, who knows? But wherever it comes from, I like it, and it's on Amazon, and they got some super cool colors. So, but this one is Hydra Lip Gloss number 10. I couldn't really find the name for it, but that's what I got. But it's like a pinky sparkly color, and I know that I've seen it on Amazon, and it will be on the storefront. But I will pick one. I will not pick one, but I'll have one linked that has several different colors, so you don't even have to use this color if you don't want to. But this is the one that I'm going to use for this video. So I'm going to put that on, then I'll come back, and maybe I won't be gibbering so much because we won't have much left when I come back. So let me put this back on. I'll be right back. Well, there you go. See, now we go. It's not blending in with my face now. See how pretty it looks? And if I wouldn't have used that base long-lasting lip color by Wet n Wild, you actually wouldn't even see this gloss as much as you do now. It would probably just be maybe shiny and you wouldn't see my lips as much. So believe me, my little, I don't even know if you got routine or whatever, it works, it does. You just have to trust the process, because as you see, when you first seen it, it wasn't so amazing. Even like, wait till I get my mascara done and you're already gonna see a huge difference to how I look now without the mascara, because my eyelashes are so blonde. So that's the only step that I have left, is the mascara. So I'm gonna curl my lashes and put my mascara on, but first I'm gonna tell you which mascara I'm gonna use. So this is one of my favorites, definitely one of my favorites by far, and I love that you can get it anywhere and it's affordable. Of course, it'll be in my Amazon, but I'm just saying it's nice. You know, everybody loves your $30 and $40 mascaras, but if you can get it for, you know, less than $20, that's even better. Especially I have pretty long eyelashes naturally, and when I use Latisse, they get super long, but they're really, really, really blonde. I would say thick, but for me to get them to, and they're straight, super straight. So for me to get them to show up, I do have to have a good mascara. But if I have a good mascara, then my eyelashes can look pretty long. So I am pretty picky about mascaras. But for today's mascara, because you guys are probably done hearing me jibber jabber and jibber jabber, but the mascara that I chose today is the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. It's my favorite. It, you know, always my go-to. I use this almost all the time. Even if I use waterproof, because maybe I'm going to a water park or to the pool, I would still usually go with the waterproof of this. Not always, you know. Sometimes I have to change it up. I'm sorry, I got to fix my hair a little bit. Sometimes I change it up. There's one by Essence that I like, but seriously, the one by Essence and this one, I'm choosing this one for this video, but they're to me better than any of the $40 or $50 ones that I've even had. Like I've even had, I think it was Anastasia Beverly Hills sent me one free, and by all means I did love it. It was amazing and I'm glad that I got it, but I think it was $40 some in the store, and this is like less than 20, and I like them both the same. I mean, the only one the Anastasia may have been like slightly better if maybe I had like a big photo shoot or something, which is highly unlikely because I'm just, you know, a little nobody in Ohio. But if I had like a big photo shoot or something like that, then maybe I would want it. But this is my amazing one that is my go-to. So I'm gonna put this on, curl my lashes, and then I'll be back to show you what that looks like, and that will also be my completed look. Okay. Be right back. Okay, here's the whole look. So I hope that you guys like it, and I hope that you guys like the products that I chose to use today and to start my first Amazon influencer store. I'm so excited. So I hope that you guys all check it out and leave any comments below, and anything that you would like to see for future videos, or anything that you guys even like, any suggestions or anything, you just comment below, okay? And I hope to see you guys again next time. See you later. Bye.